Yeah, I was watching. Well, obviously, you just mentioned the CM Punk speech from CAC, and just reading the comments. Even that, and on the TikTok and everything is like, I mean, people are passionate about
Dude.
Phil there, man. Either one way or the other.
Yeah, and there's no messing around there. And that seems to be the way it is in the wrestling community too. And I was pulling some stories up for today, and we'll get into CM Punk a little bit more. What's been going on and some more revelations. What a shock that things are going to be coming out now that we hadn't heard about. But it is truly amazing how not only with fans, but within locker rooms in AEW and WWE
Hmm.
that people are either, God, we need him around, or God, we don't want him anywhere near us. I mean, there's just nobody that's in the middle with this guy. It's absolutely incredible. We saw that at the CAC
Hmm.
when, a bunch of people were, screaming and, carrying on about, to heck with everybody else and paraphrasing. And, but then you see articles come out where the AEW locker room was completely split on this. A couple reporters have talked to people in WWE about it, and they're completely down the middle too. I mean, it is. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody like this in pro wrestling that either draws the passion or the hatred that CM Punk does.
Yeah, and the most polarizing guy in wrestling. You know, I mean, just all around. Just he's an anomaly. He's different, man, by design, and you know, he strikes people. He strikes people. I don't know what do you want, and that's the thing. We want to see him again. Oh, what's he gonna do now? Like when he was gone for so long, and he kept saying, "Nah, I'm not. I'm never coming back." Let me go do MMA. I was watching this MMA little documentary, like when he decided to get into it, and how like it was some of the fighters were shunning him, and but you could tell that was not the same Punk, man. His confidence was shot,
Yeah.
but he was still a guy you wanted to see him, and like it was all kind of a marketing employee for UFC, but we still wanted him to come back. Then when he came back, it was like, here he is. Now he's gone again. And it's like, oh, where's he going to show up next? Like, he's something different, man.
Yeah, and it's what's going to be really interesting if WWE is entertaining the thought of bringing him back. Like I said, there's a lot of people at WWE that don't want him to come back. Vince had a chance to bring him back a few years ago, and they just couldn't get everything worked out. Of some stories that I read said that they couldn't get past a lot of the past issues that he had with them. When he was talking about how the medical staff wasn't treating him well and everything else, and the Cole Cabana podcast that ended up with the lawsuits and everything, that it was just a mountain they couldn't get over. And what's going to be a new variable in this is now that Endeavor has bought
Hmm.
WWE. Well, this is UFC, who really liked Punk. I mean, if he would have been winning fights, he would have skyrocketed to the top in a hurry. So apparently, what some stuff that I've read is that Endeavor may have the final say on whether they bring Punk in or not.
Well, you know who has the final say? Punk. And that's the thing. We're all speculating, where is he going to show
Oh,
up? What's he going to do? He hasn't even said a word yet. And, for all we know, he might just be like, yeah, no, I'm done. I did my thing. It's not fun anymore. Or, come back. But we don't even know. How can we speculate if they're going to let him back? Does he want to go back? Don't know.
no,
We
that's
don't have a clue. Like, as soon as he pops up somewhere doing an interview or says something, it's going to be bananas.
yeah, I would agree with that. And y- I'm trying to, I've been thinking about this and trying to gauge from when we saw him at CAC, and it just seems like he still wants to be in the business, but he's kind of tired of it too. And there was another story that I had read that he was, once all the guys from the elite had re-signed with AEW, that he was like, I want out of here. He just didn't want to work with those guys. And, some other things have popped up too, but that's, I think there was probably a lot of frustration on his part as well, just being at AEW, that he wasn't happy, and maybe he took it out on everybody and did things the wrong way in there. But What a tangled web this is.
Yeah, I definitely like, from his speech and, just seeing him there with everybody, like, he loves the business. Like, let's not forget that. He loves the business, what it represents, what it is, and what he's done in it. But yeah, I think AEW is probably not the culture environment for him, hence why he kind of did his own thing, stood out, and,
Yep, we'll find out.
trying to music me off this thing.
I
I'm in the middle of a good speech here. It's disrespectful, Mark.
There's a clock that it's set when the music plays, buddy.
Is that how it
Did
works
you
over
see me
there?
push a button? You can watch on the live stream on YouTube or X or Facebook, and everybody can see I didn't push a button.
You're right.
Yeah, it's all
Ooh,
good.
Big Fon's still back there, man. I don't know if he might be out, man. But
Well, we'll find out.